Okay, now we're going to work with decimals. Okay, on the first exercise, we were working on how do we solve so that we can eliminate the fractions. Okay, now what we're going to do is eliminate decimals. Okay, with decimals, it's a little bit easier. Okay, because we don't have to find a common denominator. What we're looking for is a way to convert these decimals into whole numbers. Okay, now remember, when we multiply with decimals, okay, we need to remember the numbers that we can multiply so that we can move the decimal point. Okay, in this case, if we want to move the decimal point one spot so that we can have whole numbers, okay, we're going to choose the number 10. Okay, so we're going to multiply by 10 on both sides so that we can try to eliminate first the decimal points. Okay, right now we're not going to do anything on the bottom one because we already have whole numbers. Okay, so first thing we do is multiply by 10 so that we can move the decimal point one spot to the right. Okay, so instead of having 0.2x, now we're going to have 2x plus 4y equals 30. Okay, because remember, 10 times 0.2, we move the decimal point one spot, 2x. 0.4, we move the decimal point one spot to the right, 4. And what we do on one side, we need to repeat it on the other side. So 3 times 10, 30. Okay? Now, if you notice, we're copying the bottom equation. Okay? And we're going to look to multiply by a number so that we can eliminate what? The y. Okay? Because here we just have to multiply by one number. If we want to solve for x, we need to multiply 5 here, 2 here. Okay? But it's easier to just choose 1 and y is by itself. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to multiply by minus 4 on both sides. Okay? So that when we multiply minus 4 times y, we're going to have minus 4y, and then we can cancel. Okay? So here we have minus 20x. Okay, oh wait, sorry. Let me put the first equation. Okay, let's divide here. Okay, and we have 2x plus 4y equals 30. Okay, and now we're doing the other multiplication. Minus 20x minus 4y equals minus 4 times 21 minus 84. Okay? So why do we multiply times minus 4? Because we're looking for a number that when we multiply times y, we can cancel. And if you notice, 4 minus 4, 0. Okay? So what we're looking for is a number so that we can cancel. Okay? And this one is positive, and here we have a negative number. Okay, so 2 minus 20 is the same thing as having minus 20 plus 2. So this one stays negative, and we have x equals to 30 minus 54. Okay, sorry, minus 84. Okay, that's going to be minus 54. Okay, so what do? We divide by negative 18 on both sides, okay, because remember, what we do on one side, we need to do it on the other side, okay? And here we would have x equals to 54 divided by 18, that's going to be 3, okay? And it's a positive number because negative divided by negative, positive, okay? So, easy peasy, we have the value of x. Now, what do we do with this value of x? We take it into one of the original equations so that we can find the value of y. Okay, let's put this one. 2x plus 4y equals 30. Okay, so let's put the value of x. 2, and we know that x is 3. okay, plus 4y equals 30. Okay, 2 times 3 is 6, plus 4y equals 30. Okay, 4y stays here. This number is going to go to the other side, negative. Okay, so we have minus 6. 4y equals 24. Okay, and then we divide by the same number on both sides. Okay, this one gets canceled. And then we have that y is equal to 6. And now we have our answers. Okay, x equals 3, y equals 6. Okay, let's review. How did we get to this number? Okay, we had one of the equations that was a decimal point. Okay, here. Okay, what do we do with these decimal points? We multiply by a number so that we can have whole numbers. Okay, so what do we do? Since we know that when we multiply decimals and we multiply by a number like 10, we can move the decimal point one spot. Okay, so instead of having 0.2x and 0.4y, we're going to have 2x plus 4y equals 30, because we need to do the same thing on one side as we do on the other side. Okay, and then we have this equation, and then we have the normal equation that we already had, the 5x plus y equals 21. Okay, now when we have this, we're looking for a number to cancel. Okay, we're looking for a number to cancel the y, because here it was easy. We only had a y, and on top we had the 4. Okay, so why did we choose minus 4? So that when we multiply here, this one and this one, it's going to be minus 4y, and then we can cancel. Okay, and then we just solve for x. Okay, divide, divide, have the answer for x. And once we have the value of x, we bring it into one of the original equations, okay, and we substitute so that we can find the value for y. Okay, we start dividing, we start subtracting or adding, then we divide so that we can have y alone, and when we have the value of y. Okay, perfect. So remember, okay, when we have fractions, what do we need? We need the least common denominator, okay, of the fractions. Between 3 and 4 is 12. Between 9 and 1 is 9. Okay? And then when we have decimals, we can multiply by 10 or sometimes by 100, depending on the decimal, so that we can have whole numbers. Okay? So remember, under this video, you'll find a link with more exercises. Okay, you can find exercises similar to this ones on page 45 on your books, but the ones that you have to hand in are the ones that are under this link. And remember, they are part of your accumulated points, so make sure to check them out and to solve them. Okay? Let me know if you have any questions.